Good evening and welcome to Talking To. I am your host, Rufus Bill. Today is November 23rd, 2025. The time is 7:03 Eastern Standard Time. Coming live to you from the beautiful city of Lady Detroit. Detroit, a beautiful city, a place that is the birthplace of the automobile of Motown music. So many talented people. Everything seems to have started here in the city of Detroit, and we're glad that it has. Well, welcome. We're glad that you've taken the time out right now to join us for Talking To. If you're watching us in real time, or if you are watching us later through our archived shows, thank you so very much. The temperature in Detroit right now is 42 degrees on I would say a crisp November evening. How was your day today? What did you do special? Did you do anything special? Or did you just take in the day by relaxing, reading a book, drinking hot tea or apple cider? This is the season for apple cider, and everyone loves apple cider except me. I don't like apple cider for one good reason alone. I'm not going to tell it right now. But nonetheless, before I get any further, let's bring on the fragrance of Talking To the lovely Joanne Tolson Fuller. Good afternoon, Joanne. How are you? You doing all right today?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome.
How's it going? The pre-Thanksgiving holiday for you?
It's busy, but it's good. It's busy,
good?
but it's good. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to be in the city for Thanksgiving?
I'm trying not to be.
That was a very honest answer, and I love it. I'm trying not to be. I had some friends that went out of town, Joanne, and they just got back this morning. And when I saw one of them today, he said, "I'm sick." He said, "I wasn't sick when I got off that plane. Arrived back here in the city of Detroit." I said, "I understand 7 days of tropical fun, not having to lift a finger, having wait staff and staff wait on you, hand and foot."
I am so ready. So ready.
I would have just handcuffed myself to the ship.
I need to get some money from somewhere. I need to find something somewhere somehow. There's a lady that some friends of ours knows, and she retired.
Okay.
She lives on a cruise ship.
She lives on a cruise ship?
It was actually cheaper to do that than to rent an apartment and all of that.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy, but it's like, wow. Can I go the rest of my life?
I know.
15 minutes I have left.
Just sail the sea.
Look, like you said, they're serving you.
Ooh.
I mean, you literally have housekeepers and wait staff, and
yes.
So you live in the high life.
It's the high life at its best.
Yes.
And you're getting a chance to go see places and go to different destinations.
Isn't that something?
It is something.
I wonder if she can, let's see, ship hop. Because I don't know, I don't have all those details, but if she can go, because I'd hate to go through the same places forever.
Right, over and over.
Say like if she's with Royal Caribbean, if she can get on different ships.
Okay.
I'm wondering. But yeah, that would be. I think that.
Wouldn't that
I don't know
be?
if I could do it for the rest of my life, but I'll take two
You'll
years
take a
of
couple of years.
years of that.
Oh yeah, I would love to sail to Spain.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That would be
Oh
just
yes. Yes.
beautiful. That
Mm-hmm.
water and those
Oh my goodness.
villages and
Oh.
the people and the culture. You know, we just so often just get pigeonholed to wherever we are,
Mm-hmm.
not trying new things or not
Mm-hmm.
going places.
Right. Right.
And so often, you know, we hear people saying, well, we're just going to wait till we retire, or we're going to wait till we get the kids out of college.
Right. Right.
And sometimes we just don't ever put forth the effort
Yeah.
to really execute those type of plans.
Yeah.
What was the last vacation you went on?
Ooh.
That's
Like
too long.
vacation.
Vacation.
After things like that, it's been too long.
Too long.
I do have one coming up in December.
Oh.
Yeah, I do have a cruise coming up in December.
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nice. Where are you going to go?
I did not know you were going to ask me that. I know we're doing there's 2 stops in Mexico, and then I forget. That's a shame.
No, it's
I'm
not.
not ready to go.
Just knowing you're
just-
going.
Yes.
That's fine within itself.
Mm-mm.
Listen, if you're just joining us, you're experiencing talking to Joanne Tosin Fuller. I am Rufus Bill, and Justin Hearn is our other host. And I don't know what the outcome of the game was today, so Justin might be in some type of
He's excited.
right
He
somewhere,
super
either cheering or
Justin.
or very upset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, when we were together, and Pastor Pam had made a comment, and Justin said, "Okay." So I don't know what's going on, but something is going on with those Lions and everything. And nope. Oh,
New York.
We won.
34-27.
Yes. Okay. So
Lions, come on.
Because the last I looked, it was 27-24. So I guess the other team they were playing the New York Giants.
Okay.
I guess they never did any more scoring for the team. I know they're upset about it because I don't know about the players of New York Giants, but I don't know if it's such a young team as it is with the Lions. And when I say young, I mean new players, not so much age-wise. But if we catch up with him today, definitely would have to ask him about that situation. So let's see, bring you up to date with everything that's going on in the city. Of course, the Detroit City Council President Mary Sheffield is in the transitioning mode with learning different things that's going on for the city so that she can begin her new position as Detroit mayor in January. She has the helpful embodiment and assistance of capable attorney Melvin Butch Hollowell, who's known in the city of Detroit, and he's leading that transition team. And gearing up in the rear is the governor's race. And people are meeting and strategizing and trying to do whatever it is that they can do to become winners of that race. And I'm sure, Joanne, as things progress, we will see a lot of activity on the front as it comes to the new governor, the governor's race for the state of Michigan. I know that was you that was saying that you saw some posters on your way from Indiana, billboards.
From Indiana. Well, actually from like down in Cassopolis, Michigan, and Three Rivers, and even up north posters with Duggan about Duggan, about
Hmm.
being the what is it, the exceptional, the mayor of Detroit and all of that. And I was like, wow, okay, he's spreading his
He's
wings.
spreading his
People
wings.
know him. You know, he's from Detroit. So yeah, I saw a lot of posters and just billboards and all of that. I'm like,
I'm
wow.
sure when the radio and television ads begin, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be saturated with information and make it hard for those who may not have the type of money he has that it sometimes takes to,
Yeah.
if no more than to get your name out.
Right. Right.
Word of mouth is one thing, but as if you see your name or you see your face or you see a face and a name,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that 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 can do something to the psyche,
Yeah.
especially when you go into the voting booth or if you're voting absentee, and
Mm-hmm.
it's something that you might see a name or see something that triggers something in your head to remind you of something or someone.
And that's what they say. Most people vote by familiarity of the name.
Familiarity with
A
the
lot of
name.
times they have not done the research that
Hmm.
they probably should have done, but yeah, it's a lot of times it's by how familiar they are with that name.
With that name. And
Mhm.
it's been evident, especially in Detroit politics, over the years. I know that my a good friend of mine, Hanson Clark, a former Congressman Hanson Clark,
Mhm.
before he became a congressman, and he had talked to me about running against John Conyers. I
Mm.
said, "Hold your horses, Clark Conyers.
Tanya, which name do you think people
Which
know?
name?"
And,
And
and some of it is not good,
some of it's not good,
but they know the name.
but they know the name.
And that's the key.
And,
That's
and at that time, he decided not to run against him. He said, well, he would wait until he announced his retirement.
mm-hmm.
But that did not happen before the time he ran, because John Conyers never when he retired, it was only because he thought it was best because of the allegations that were
Right, right,
cropping up against him.
right.
But however, name recognition, it holds weight here in the city of Detroit and probably across many voting
I'm
areas.
sure.
Name
Mm-hmm.
recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you would be so kindly, for those of you who are looking and watching and observing, if you would just share and also like the show, we would greatly appreciate it and get the word out of what we're doing here every Sunday evening at 7 o'clock p.m., 7 until 8. We host a human interest show, and we deal with a lot of things. And today we have such a, I don't know, Joanne, a disturbing topic, a disturbing topic coming out of Chicago, Illinois, which is just right 4 hours away from the city of Detroit. Situation occurred this week that we're still shaking our heads about.
For real. Mm-hmm.
A young mother of, I believe, between 8 or 11-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
They were viciously attacked by a group of elementary students as she was walking her child home. And this was nothing new to this family, because this young boy had been bullied
Mm-hmm.
by a group. And I want everyone to just listen when we describe it to you. The young boy had been bullied by another group of elementary students on several occasions. And he went home, told his mother. His mother did what any other mother would do: contact the
Right.
school
Mm-hmm.
for more information. What's going on with my child? He's complaining about being bullied. Not one time, but several times.
Yes.
And I just know as a person that works with children, and you have an attachment to the children, and you're concerned about their safety and their well-being. But if you couple that with a parent, and the parent is facing a dilemma about their child being
Mhm.
bullied and not safe, that could be just mind blowing. When you were rearing your son, Joanne, was that in the back of your mind constantly?
It was not constantly. We did have issues where I did have to go up to the school and deal with some of the other kids' parents.
Okay.
Um, but it wasn't a constant thing because once we dealt with a couple of issues that we had, we really didn't have any other issues after that.
Okay.
So that is a blessing.
Yes, it is.
That's a blessing. Um, but to have to deal with this, and he was 9 years old.
He was
He
9.
was
Okay.
9, yeah. And but and like you said, the mother did what a mother would do. She went up to the school to escort her son home, hopefully hoping that okay, I'm gonna take my son home, and that would deter these other
Any
kids from bothering him. And who would have thought they would have
bothered
bothered her?
her.
But now people have no respect for each other, period.
Period.
They have no respect for elders. They have no respect for each other. They just don't have no respect, period.
There was a time, and obviously it may
It's
exist
over.
in certain circles, if not completely over, that even when students would get into scuffles, but they would see a parent, they would change their whole demeanor.
Thank you. Hey y'all, or
They go
teacher,
his mama.
or
They go
yeah,
his daddy.
somebody, and especially an adult. Or but nowadays,
Nowadays,
but some of it, and I'm not going to categorize everyone in the same boat. But some of it, you see where it's coming from,
you see where it comes from.
which is sad, which is so sad.
Now here we have the mother walking her son home. Now and on the video, if you have not viewed the video, you can go to our Facebook page, either to Joanne's, Justin, or mine, and you can see the video.
Mm-mm.
How the rants began with these children, and they were able to assemble and to ignite in other children
It's crazy.
the sense of cheering on for this demonic behavior.
Demonic. Thank you, because that's exactly what it was. Demonic. And and it's sad because if she had bought I'm gonna walk my son home with something that will protect us,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be knife, gun, I don't know what, pipe,
Pipe.
whatever. And if she had struck one of those kids that was attacking her,
Her.
they probably would have been all over her.
Of course they would.
Because that he's just a child.
He's just a child.
But guess what? Like you said, the demonic behavior of those kids showed you, yeah, they all needed to be down.
They all needed to be down. And at some point, so they're walking home, Joanne, and so as they're walking, she tries to veer off to the right because the kids are right on them. Not only the four that are bullying them, but the group that are supporting the people that's doing the antagonizing.
Right, right.
So as she moves over, she goes in toward like the fence, and they're all ganged up, and they haven't really said and touched her at that point. But she's hovering over her child like an eagle, And
That's right.
at the first opportunity, she kind of moves to the left. They pick up speed. She begins to run, and then she falls. She and her son falls, and that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
They jumped on her.
Do you know what it reminded me of?
What?
When I just saw it, it reminded me of hyenas. You know how hyenas
Yes.
act and how they, I don't know why, but that was the visual that I got was hyenas and how just evil and
Mhm.
but how they act
How
and
they
they
act.
don't do by themselves.
No, they're in the pack.
Themselves.
They're in
They're
the pack.
definitely in that pack, but for some reason it's like, and then you got the ones in the back that they call them laughing hyenas, but you got the ones in the back that are making all the noise,
All the
all
noise,
the, and it's like,
excitement.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just so sad.
It's so sad.
It's like
And
where is our future? And I know, like, I don't want to categorize all young people. I don't want to categorize not at all. But goodness. And we know that the media plays up a lot of this
it
stuff.
does.
Well, this was nothing to play up because it was just there.
It was just
But
obvious.
they'll show the negative or the bad before they'll show any good stuff.
Mhm.
But it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is.
So that the very next day after the incident, the mother goes back to the school, explains to the administration what has happened, and then she brings up, "I've kept coming to you for help." Now that the incident has occurred, they've done their due diligence. They come to find out that these children are pretty much raising themselves. Now, I don't know if they're brother and sister, but anyway, the children are on their own. The mother is in the home, but she's doing her own thing, whatever that may be.
And I saw somewhere where it said one of the mothers of the children who did the attack was kind of like she was cheering on. She was like, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
What?
Well, that just shows you the mentality of where these kids are getting some of these kids are getting this stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
And it even comes back. It brought me back to the situation here, where the young lady got killed. The employee killed the employer, her manager at McDonald's.
Oh, that
family acted in court, and it's like, so you see how they were in court. Once one of the family members gets mad, goes out to the car, leaves the courtroom, goes out to the car and gets a knife and goes to the courtroom. Yes. So
re-entered the courtroom with a knife.
So it's like, well, I see where she got that from.
Where she got it.
They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So it's like, man, okay.
But what I'm not understanding.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
And this is probably a question for Dr. Kim. Is I'm not understanding these anger issues. And I remember, growing up, and you probably as well, you might see every now and then an unruly child. But what I can recall is that didn't last for long. Either that child got it together, or that parent used other methods to get that child together.
But it's true.
But
then we have villages. We had neighbors. We had
neighbors.
I better not be up the street acting a fool.
Please.
Because first of all, the neighbor would have got me. She might not have whooped me, but she would have been in my stuff.
In your business.
In my stuff. And then by the time I got home, whoever was home that answered the phone.
That phone. Elder Sister Tosin. hold that
Like,
phone. What?
you down there, what?
What?
Oh, okay.
Thank you for calling.
Send her home. Send her.
Quickly.
Sometimes they would escort you home.
On home.
But now you better not say nothing to nobody's child.
Nobody's child.
You know, and oh my goodness. So it's just, and then for me, and I, like I said, maybe this is something for Dr. Kim, Dr. somebody else, but what I see is that you have a lot of people who have just had a baby. That's it.
Okay.
There's
And
no
that's it.
planning of raising a child. There's no, and like I said, I don't want to categorize everybody who has had a child, especially by someone that they dated.
Mhm.
But a lot of the anger is, especially for women, is that these women have had these children by these men that they thought were going to be with them.
Mhm.
And the statistics say that, and it might be even higher now, which is sad because it was high then, that around 80% of women who get pregnant by their significant other, by the time that baby is born, they're no longer together.
80%?
80%. Isn't that crazy? So these are unplanned pregnancies, first of all.
Yes.
And then the other statistic was of the people who stayed together even after up until the baby was born, by the time that child is 1 year old, they're not together.
They're not together.
Of that 20%, it's like another 70 or so percent of those parents who are not together by the time that child is 1. So now you're angry or you're upset because now people are dating and they think they own everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I own you just because I'm dating you. But so now you're mad at the man for leaving you. You're probably mad at the child for looking like him. Acting like him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you get a lot of these parents who are not really parenting because they're angry. Mm-hmm. And so the anger comes out on the child because they're either fussing at the child all the time or some, and look at all the people who have been just leaving their children lately.
Yes.
We just had another case last week. Children are left in squalor. The mother gone
to live their life.
Gone for days. So it's so much. And you want to blame it on everybody else, but the people that are doing it. The school system. They should have been, we need truant officers again. If you have a child, we need parenting classes. We need just so much. You have these people who are right to life, but they're really not right to life. And that's my spiel. They're right to birth.
They're right to birth. Yes.
Because if you were right to life, then okay, yeah, these babies are being born, but now we need to make sure that they're being taken care of. And they're not. They're just right to birth, and that's it. That's what I call it. And so, and then if you were right to life, you would not be taking away all of these programs to feed children, to help children, or their parents. So it's like this vicious cycle.
It is.
It's a cycle. And what do you do? Where do we go? How do we help? I guess in Chicago they say the neighborhood is pulling together, but how do you help?
And that's good that they are. Mm-hmm. But that's post. We have to be proactive. And I don't see a lot of these type of commercials or hear these conversations as I once did, that once mm-hmm. the mother is pregnant, once the baby is conceived, all of these special conditions that must go into you as a mother carrying the child, your diet, what you read, what you're listening to. So number one, the woman's body has changed.
Yes.
Once the baby is conceived.
Yes.
The hormones, the emotions, all of that is going on. Now, to top that off with the no good. Oh, I had to remember. To top it off, you have to experience stress from the father of the child for whatever that person, that man may be doing, not doing anything, ignoring them, saying that baby is not mine, just all that going into the child, all of these emotions. And I'm wondering, what is that percentage of what the mother has to deal with carrying the baby is passed on to the child?
Yeah, the anxieties,
the anxiety,
like you said, the stress, the anger, it's just, oof.
It's too much. And it's already, and you well know, that's already a difficult time. Already. And especially if you're a first-time mother, you don't know what to expect. You may have read different things and heard different things from your mom or from close friends. Girl, this is what's gonna happen. That already has you like, oh, that what? That's the fourth month. Once you get to the fourth month, it's better. You're not as sick.
And you know is what? And everybody's different.
And everyone is different.
Everyone is different. So every pregnancy, is different. That's why I tell people, don't be listening to everybody. Yeah, some things are common. Some things are, but your body is your body, and so it's gonna react differently. And but yeah, it's just. And you called it out. The demonic behavior of folks, and I do believe a lot of it's because we lack God in our lives. We do.
Let's go to our comments over here. It says, can you see that?
Yes, it says, oh, this is from our friend Pam.
Okay.
She says, good evening, everyone. These are learned or taught behaviors. Either way is bad. They're learning what they're around or what they're taught. I don't know. Pam, loving that list.
The little Graham report.
I love you, Miss Pam. Anyhow.
Loving that lipstick. But
I love it, Pam.
Learn behaviors.
I
could not imagine, and I keep saying what I cannot imagine, but I couldn't. Just a house full of turmoil.
Constant.
From children.
Yeah.
From children.
Yeah.
Now, I see it in the day-to-day operation at school. And, I may ask a child just out of just genuine or just out of social norms, how you doing today? If I get a child that says, it's not a good morning, and I'll stop and, well, what happened? Well, my mother was just yelling at me for no reason. And I don't understand it. And she's put me in a bad mood. And I just don't want to even be here today.
Wow.
And I know we're human as adults, and that DTE is due, and the money is not there.
Yeah. But that's not. And I guess, in our era, we didn't know all that business.
They had no idea the bills were being paid. That didn't even cost.
And that's what I see. And I've talked to some people too, because that's what I see is that we put all these burdens on these kids that they should not be, they should not have our burdens as adults.
No.
You said, I didn't know bills that I knew that when I left lights on, there was a bill that was being paid because y'all better turn these lights out. Because y'all ain't paying no the electric company, or you better close these windows because you're not in the wintertime. Because I love to see when my windows open in the wintertime. But anyway, but
We not heating
we didn't know
outside.
the issues of the adults.
Had no idea.
We couldn't even be around when they were
We
talking. These
could not
kids
be
know too much.
around.
They hear too much. They see too much. We
And
tell
do
them too much. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
That, you know, we have as parents and adults, we have made our children something that they're not, which is our equal.
Yeah, and they're not.
I asked the little boys Wednesday, what was he going to do for Thanksgiving? He told kindergarten.
Oh.
He told me none of my business.
Oh.
Now, of course, now he and his buddy, he and Kiki, and how he responded to me, it was funny, but I did not laugh, and I had to get him together very quickly.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, who are you talking to? And I'm notorious for this, Joanne. I remember Miss Feline doing that.
Ooh.
Bringing that finger. And I was little, might be in second grade then.
Mr. Bill. What I do, Mr. Bill?
What I do. That's exactly what I do. I don't even say anything. You see this finger? Come here. And I make them stand in front of me, and I get there, and who are you talking to, little boy? And I by him doing that and saying that, it indicated to me he does it at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they laugh because it was funny, but it wasn't funny. And I was not going to give into laughing.
Right.
When that needed to be addressed right then on the spot.
Yeah. Because, those little things that we laugh at and we say they cute and they, they snappy and they, mouthy and they attitude-y. When they get a little older, then you're gonna want to knock them out.
Right.
But you should have checked it when they were little.
Early on.
Because it's not. It might seem like it's cute, but as it gets older, that little attitude.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem.
It's a problem. It's gonna be a big problem.
I have a fourth grader. Oh, she's smelling herself.
Oh.
And as I said, it's a girl, so that I don't know what's worse, the boy smelling himself or the girl smelling herself. They both neck and neck. I said, young lady, I'm going to call your mother. You keep it up. You don't have no time to call nobody. I kept right on with my lesson. I told her again, just whatever the issue it was. I stopped my lesson, brought up the phone number. I told her, did this, brought her up, called the mother, and the mother said, hello. I said, hi, this is Mr. Bill calling regarding your daughter. Can you just encourage her on how to act and behave in my class? That's always my approach. I don't ever say I can't handle it or
they act it up. That's a good approach. Like that.
She said, most certainly. Now she was getting her rest, and it had been disturbed.
Her rest. So not now.
I gave the girl the phone, and I held the phone to give her, and she is going to try to snatch it out of my hand. I said, "Oh no, you don't." I put that phone down so quick and press speaker. I said, "Go ahead." She's like, "Hello." You couldn't tell that woman was asleep. The first thing she said, what is wrong with you? And I said, oh my God, before I could get to that
take the speaker off. But remember parents that used to come up to the school? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd be embarrassed for them. I'd be like, oh my goodness. Oh,
I'm telling you, that woman said so much so quick in that 10 seconds. And the last thing she said was, let him call me back one more time. I'm coming up to the school and I'm a beat yo. And then hung up on her. And I looked at the young lady. I said, "Is there anything else I could do for you today?"
Oh,
And she sat down and she acted like she had some sense
okay.
for the rest of the week.
Because you called her bluff and you called it right when you needed to be
When I
called.
needed to call.
Right. You didn't wait, because they swear up and down if you wait, we're gonna forget.
Exactly. No.
You address the issue right then and
You
there.
address the issue.
Wow.
If someone went back to my mother, or because when you get that certain age in that certain age, preteen or early teen, and especially if you go to church, now you get a little separation from your parents. You don't have to sit with them. And you
Right.
might sit with a friend or two,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still an eye shot of your parents.
Yeah.
Me and two other friends of mine at church, we was having a good old time. We had paper, we had pencils, we keyed and laughed. And you remember how the annex was in the old Burns, so there was the sanctuary, but everybody could look over that annex and see everything.
That's where the balcony was and everything.
Yes. I saw my mother get up, and I said, "It's on and popping." She didn't rush. She took her time. I knew to get my paper and that pen because my seat was being moved immediately. Mabel was on the alert. She wasn't having that in no church. You talking and laughing.
Oh no!
They weren't gonna wait till after service to address.
My mother would be either up on the pipe organ,
right?
She played the pipe organ, so that set up high.
Yes.
So man, she would look, and she would give you that look, and it's like,
oh no,
I'll be in trouble when I get home.
And don't act like you don't see the look.
Oh yeah. Oh don't. Oh no.
Don't act like that.
That's like ignoring or smacking your lips or something. Please.
Smacking the lips. The biggest no of that era.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What? Smacking lips.
Oh no, smacking your lips, please.
But what's interesting in this situation, Joanne, so we can't even credit that the mother, that particular mother of these students, are going over and beyond by spoiling them, giving them shoes and gifts.
Yeah.
None of that was going on in the house. And further and after the incident, I saw one of the mothers of the students, and she had him on Facebook, and she said, "I'm making him apologize." That ain't nothing. But it showed the mindset of the mother. Because we use social media as our communicator to go back and forth, and I'm gonna tell Joanne off on social media. How dare she make them a cake and didn't make mine? So now she's teaching the boy, you don't have to be in contact with them personally. Just get on Facebook. But did you know he didn't open his lips?
It's sad. It's just so sad. It's sad.
It's very sad.
But and it's how the adults are acting too. It really is. It's how the adults are acting. We see it. We see that every day too. So every day. We are their example.
Mm-hmm.
We are their example of how we handle things, how we,
I don't know, and that's why we wanted Ms. Jenkins on today to kind of talk about some solutions, because I know with the times that we're living, getting that belt out is maybe shouldn't be the first line of defense.
Right.
Where it may have been years ago.
Right.
But the talking doesn't seem to penetrate any of these behaviors.
What do you do? What do you do? What kind of punishment? What kind of, how do you start teaching the children if, yeah, you have them, what, 6 hours a day?
Mm-hmm.
About 6 hours a day. But so how do you start teaching conflict resolution
Right.
and, just how to get along with each other, just how to, but then they go home to, what
Chaos.
do they go home to? Yeah, a lot of them go home to chaos. They
Mm-hmm.
do. They go home to, but I think we still need to try because we've taken so much out of the schools,
We have.
so much, and a lot of these kids feel like, I just believe they feel like there's what they're dealing with is all that there is.
Mm-hmm.
And how do we show them a
There's
future?
so much more.
How do we show them that, look, and let them know I used to be your age?
Right.
Remind them, yeah, I was your age once, and you know, this too shall pass. You're not gonna be 9 forever.
Forever.
Look, next year you're gonna be 10. Each year and so you want to give them some hope. How do you do that?
And how do you do
Where
it?
do you start? You
And
know,
if you're living in a poverty-stricken environment in your home, and the parent or parents are doing all they can just to survive, so you don't have the strategy. Well, I'm gonna take your phone away, or I'm gonna take your tablet away, or I'm gonna unplug the Xbox because they don't have that.
they probably don't have it. Right, right.
They might not even have the
Where's
electricity.
the pride of where is, because I mean, even when we were growing up, you might not have had much, but you took pride in what you
You
had.
took pride.
You might not have had grass, but guess what? There was no dirt on the
There,
sidewalk. I remember
no,
seeing
no,
people, you swept that dirt onto the dirt. If
onto
the
the dirt.
dirt was on the sidewalk, you swept it onto the dirt. You you kept stuff clean and neat.
Clean.
There wasn't a lot of trash. There wasn't, like I said, even if you didn't have much, whatever you had, you kept it.
You kept it.
And even as with children, you might not have much, but take pride in what you
And
have.
what you have.
You have clean and neat. It's so where is that?
Where's that?
Right, that's been lost in what generation? Because we're what? We're boomers,
And
X,
I don't know.
and below or something like that. Something I forget.
And I'm wondering, so you think of all the migration that happened after the civil rights movement, people
Mhm.
moving out of the South, going wherever they could for safety, especially here in the Detroit area with the automotive industry.
Right. For a
They're
better
working, they're working, they're working, they're
came up,
working.
came
They got
up.
a better life.
Yes.
For the first time ever, they're making some money. They're able to have a home.
Yes.
Usually, in these instances, their children are the first children to graduate high school and have an opportunity to go to college. Now, all while this is going on, these parents, their uncles and aunts are telling them, you come from a rich and legacy of a culture. You're black,
Hmm.
and you see how
Hmm.
the people are treating you because you're black. You have to be special. You have to be the extra, and you have the talent. You have the brain. Don't think that you're not. Don't ever think you're less than. This is what I grew up on,
That's
and
what
this
I
is
grew
what
up with.
you grew up on.
That's what I grew. And my dad, whatever you plan to do, whatever you do, I don't care. I don't care if you're gonna be a
A
street
street
sweeper.
sweep,
You better be the best
the
street sweeper
best.
in the world. You better, whatever you plan to do. Plan to do, doesn't mean you're not gonna make mistakes. Doesn't mean you're not gonna. But you plan to do, be the best of
The
whatever it
best.
is you plan to do. Because they're always looking at us.
They're
They're
always.
always looking at us. And so it's
It
sad.
went from that to uh, get them cowboy,
Something. Yeah.
harass everybody you see.
Yeah. If somebody's doing better than you or have something a little better than you, then you harass them.
You harass them, make
No,
their life miserable.
miserable. No, no. It's pitiful. It
It's
really is.
pitiful.
It's pitiful. It's pitiful.
It's pitiful. And you know, I see the parents, and I would say where I am, I see now this school year a nice even amount of dads and moms that are coming to pick up their children. But I see how these parents and these dads carry themselves,
Mm.
how
Mm.
they talk to how they talk to their boys, their sons. And I know why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the best way. You
Right.
know,
Right.
you talk. I don't know, Joanne. You're talking to first and second graders, and they are, and especially the boys. They're still babies, and I know you're trying to navigate and guide them, and what. But you just can't be shouting at those kids and hollering at them and the man up. They're little boys, but you have to, and little girls, but you have to from my observation, use techniques to
Yeah.
bring attention to what they're doing, however, be encouraging. Now, you were talking too much in class today. We can't have that because this will cause this. I want you to be the very best. I want you to pay attention to your teacher.
Mm-hmm. But we also can't just talk it.
No, we cannot.
We gotta live it.
We got to live it
We have to be an example. We have to show them because we can talk a good game. We
all
can
day.
all day long. You can talk a good game, and then you have these parents who I don't know why my child is cussing in school. I don't know why my child has this attitude. I don't know, but guess where they got it from?
That's what. Yeah,
It wasn't the school.
it wasn't in the school.
So if that's how if everything is chaotic at home, and you think they're supposed to go to school and all of a sudden
Be different.
be different, no, no.
No,
And parenting is not easy.
no, it is
I'm
not.
not trying to make it sound like it because parenting is not easy. It's not an easy
It's
thing.
not.
It's not.
It's not.
And that's why if you don't plan to have children,
It
don't have them.
don't have them.
Stop having children by everybody you date. Stop having a baby by everybody you date. Stop. Women,
And,
stop. That's
and you don't know
women, stop.
that father side. You don't know what's going on over there because you only meet the man.
Thank you. And men, stop having babies by every woman you
Every
date.
woman.
Because then you talk about women crazy and women this and women that. But it's funny how we won't commit to each other in a relationship or marriage. And all marriages don't work. We know that.
We know that.
But you are not going to commit to this person in the relationship or for the future in marriage. But you will commit to them for the rest of your life.
Your life.
By having a child. Because when you have a child with somebody, you're committed to that person.
That's
Because
it.
you're that child's parents for the rest of your life and their life. And even after you dead, like I told my son one time, even after I'm dead, I'm still your mama.
Still
Still your mama.
remember that.
Stop. You're committing to that person for the rest of your life.
Your life. You are.
And some people they do it and they something clicks in them and they change and okay, I don't want my child to have the life I had. So I'm gonna make sure that there are those parents who do that too. But yeah, what we're seeing and what they're showing us too, what the media is showing us, the majority of it's sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Well, Joanne, we're out of time. This is the week of Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to be in that store buying whatever it is. Mine said to me the other day, I'm getting you gonna get some chitlins. I said, you never seen me eat a chitlin. Don't even know. I don't even eat them.
They never even heard the word
They
come
never
out.
heard me say I was gonna buy a bucket. No, I'm not buying no chitlins.
Look, all I want is some dressing, some cranberry sauce, and my turkey thigh. That's all I want.
That's it. You'll be good.
me, I'll be straight.
That's I'm gonna be greedy. I want to roll with that.
Not no well.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a bread.
That's my downfall. That's why I had to stop baking bread and rolls and all that stuff because
Ooh, Joanne.
every batch that came out the oven, I was having one.
I know. You'd have made 13 dozen and had 13 rolls. I know for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Joanne, whatever you decide to do, wherever you decide to be, you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Give my best to your husband and to your family. And we will be back here next Saturday.
Yes.
Next Sunday. We're talking to you.
Yes.
Have a great one.
Week.
All right then.
Okay,
Peace.